There has been no shortage of absolutely incredible moments in the 2022 FIFA World Cup. You can find just about everything in this year's tournament, from big upsets to some really inspiring moments. Some teams have exceeded everyone's expectations, while others have not. Why did the Iranian team refuse to sing the national anthem? Why did fans in Ecuador start chanting for alcohol? Stick around and find out. Number 10. The Rainbow Armband Controversy. To show their disapproval of Qatar's draconian treatment of LGBTQ+ people, many European teams, including Germany, England, and the Netherlands, had planned on wearing One Love rainbow armbands while playing in their matches, and they were even ready to pay the financial penalties for doing so too. But a little while after kickoff, FIFA gave a warning that captains of each team who did so would be slammed with yellow cards, meaning they could be disqualified totally. So they ended up not doing that and played without the armbands. What they did instead was, the teams chose to wear FIFA-issued armbands that featured a vaguer statement, "No discrimination." These were supposed to be brought in during the round of 16, but are rolling out for the early rounds. No one's surprised. Qatar's disapproval for overt LGBTQ+ messaging has never been a secret. Number 9. Argentina loses to Saudi Arabia. The first big upset of the World Cup happened on the 22nd of November, which was the third day of the tournament. Saudi Arabia, which had a 51st place ranking in the men's category, defeated Argentina, which was the world's number 3 and one of the favorites at the tournament, 2-1. No one saw it coming. It was absolutely crazy, especially when you consider the massive difference in the two countries' rankings. Saudi Arabia had been showered with a whole lot of praise when they'd even managed a draw. In fact, Messi scored from a penalty in the 10th minute, making it a done deal that the Saudi Arabians were going to lose this one, badly, which is not what happened. This match has been included in the list of greatest FIFA World Cup upsets. Number 8. When the Iranian team wouldn't sing the national anthem. Qatar isn't the only authoritarian government in the area. On the other side of the Persian Gulf, Iran's theocratic leadership has given some brutal responses to wide-scale protests still plaguing the country more than 2 months after they kicked off. That's why players on Iran's national soccer team made it obvious where they stand. During the national anthem before Iran's game against England, each and every single one of Iran's players stayed silent. Iranian fans didn't shy away from expressing themselves. They carried signs protesting the regime into the stadium, but Persian flags, on the other hand, were not allowed in. England, a usual World Cup favorite, beat Iran really badly, and the final score was 6-2. Number 7. When Qatar fans were the first to leave. There are a lot of reasons why Qatar was a confusing choice to be the country to host the World Cup, and its total lack of soccer history is one of them. The country's team never even got to a World Cup prior to this one, but as you may have guessed, the World Cup host countries automatically are qualified for their tournaments. Qatar's team may have made a lot of progress over the last few years, but seeing the crowd at Sunday's kickoff match, fan culture in the country is not it. Yet, at least. As Qatar fell 2-0 to Ecuador, which is bad but still not a lost match, many in the home crowd just went towards the exits. The fact that a very huge number of the home country's apparent supporters couldn't stay for 90 minutes of play does not reflect well for soccer's future in Qatar. Number 6. The goal line dilemma. The second goal by Japan in their group match versus Spain was scored by Ao Tanaka, who just tapped the ball with his right knee from behind Unai Simon, the Spanish goalkeeper, into the net. That goal actually turned out to be a huge controversy. It was over how the ball was passed to Tanaka by his teammate winger Kaoru Mitoma. The on-field referee disallowed the goal. He didn't believe that the ball had already made it past the goal line when Mitoma cut it back. But the video assistant referee, Mexico's Fernando Herrero, overturned the decision. It was ruled that the ball's curvature did not completely cross the line. For the ball to be declared out of play, its total curvature needs to be entirely behind the goal line. Unlike how the Premier League handled it, FIFA didn't give out video or photographic evidence for VAR decisions to the media, a controversial choice which sparked debate in television studios over the VAR and FIFA system. Number 5. Japanese fans have really good manners. The Japanese team really impressed everyone with their performance on the field, and the Japanese fans also won over everyone with their amazing conduct off the field. True to how they act both at home and another country they visit, many Japanese spectators were seen cleaning up the stadiums after the matches were over, and they did this every time they attended a match, whether or not their home team was playing. They soon went viral on the internet after Bahraini content creator Omar Al Farouk shared a video which showed the fans cleaning up Al Bayt Stadium after the match between Qatar and Ecuador wrapped up, which was the opening match of the 2022 FIFA World Cup. An amazed Al Farouk asked some of them as to why they were cleaning up the stadium. One of them replied, "We're Japanese, and we don't leave rubbish behind us, and we respect the place." Okay, it really looks like it's Japan's year. First the amazing playing, and now this? These guys better be invited to all future matches. Number 4. Belgium is a sore loser. After the country's loss to Morocco, riots erupted, literally. And no, we're not being dramatic. According to Politico, violence took over in Belgium, while on the other hand, Morocco fans celebrated their country's win. Citing footage from a BBC journalist, the report claimed that a bunch of young Morocco supporters smashed up rental scooters at a car. It was reported that cars were being beaten with bricks and burnt. Belgium was in total anarchy. The AP report claimed that a dozen people had been detained. Water cannons and tear gas were even used in Brussels. More people were detained in Antwerp. Even more disturbances were also reported from Liège. Man, this is not good sportsmanship at all. Number 3. Ronaldo's header. Portugal's match against Ghana had led to short-lived controversy over Portugal's starting goal in the match that Ronaldo claimed as his own. The goal happened at the 54th minute of the game when Portuguese midfielder Bruno Fernandes, with whom Ronaldo had previously played at Manchester United. When Fernandes made a cross, it seemed as though Ronaldo had headed it into a goal. He even shortly began celebrating on the field before the official scoreboard handed the goal's credit to Fernandes. Even FIFA's official Twitter handle had originally indicated that it was Ronaldo who made the goal before putting out the official stand. But FIFA, as well as Adidas, the official ball manufacturer of the tournament, later confirmed that there had been no contact. Sorry, Ronaldo. Number 2. Japan wins against Germany. Japan is one country that has never been a running favorite at the World Cup tournaments, but the Blue Samurai, as they're famously called, do give it their all when they play. No matter who their opponent is, their never-give-up attitude has always been admirable. Japan really showed their grit in their first match against Germany, which was the winner of the 2014 FIFA World Cup. The Japanese ended up having a penalty which placed them behind the Germans 0-1 in the match's 33rd minute. The upset was indeed one for the history books, seeing that Germany had never lost a World Cup game after getting a halftime lead since 1978. Number 1. Ecuador fans chant, "We want beer." Qatar is a very conservative Muslim country, and alcohol there is not only rare, but also very expensive. You mostly can't find it outside places like hotel bars, and it has made matters rough for fans who want to drink. Some days before the tournament, Qatar randomly announced that beer would not be sold outside stadiums as they'd promised. This has left annoyed and angry fans struggling to get a scarce supply of booze and paying insanely high prices when they find it. Ecuador fans didn't know what else to do, so they shouted their frustration with a simple but effective chant, "We want beer." It's understandable why they did that, and definitely a historic moment. Maybe Qatar will reconsider its decision. Can you think of any ridiculous World Cup moments we may have missed? If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and please watch the next one.